Hey Claudia, this is Tom. This is the what we call the scepter of compliance. This is for the remote for the e-collar. On the side here where there's these three colors, you can toggle back and forth between blue, which is the green collar, and black, which is the black collar. Typically, the black collar gets put on Wally, and it's tight, versus Dudley, we just put the blue collar on loosely to him. The next thing to pay attention to is the mode. You want to keep it in this TVM. The T stands for tone, the V stands for vibrate, and the bottom one is a momentary shock. I have the shock turned down to 1. I would probably rather you didn't shock the dogs unless they're really doing something bad. So the first one makes a beep, the next one makes a buzz, and then you can switch back to the other dog with this over here. And then you want to keep it off of the, if you see a dog head, that means someone pushed the dog barker thing. You probably shouldn't worry about that. It's kind of complicated. And so you just toggle, hit the dog button until the dog head goes away. I would imagine most of what you're going to be doing is trying to communicate with Wally, so he responds best to the tone. And then Dudley, who I think is going deaf a little bit, responds better to the vibrate. And then this button down here toggles through the modes. And then you can get like tone, continuous shock, momentary shock, continuous shock, momentary, continuous shock, vibrate, continuous, momentary. So I think this middle one's probably going to be the one that you want to stay in, which is the tone, vibrate, and momentary. And if you need to get the dog to pay attention, you're probably going, and you need to shock him, you're probably going to have to do like 8 or 10 on this. And this is really only if he goes running way away from you and doesn't want to come back, isn't paying attention to recall, or is down the street or something like that where he's in danger. Otherwise, I tend not to even bother with it. It goes all the way up to 16. So if you really was just being terrible. But I've done it up to myself on my wrist up to about 9 or 10, and I don't like it above that. So, but I would say just keep the tone. The vibrate is probably all you're going to need. The tone, Wally, if you say come and then you push the tone, he should come right away. Okay, and